Before we continue with this video, visit my new business venture, carmarshal.com. For your next vehicle purchase, we advertise over 100,000 vehicles nationwide. That's carmarshal.com. The link is in the description.
I shot my weapon irresponsibly.
From the back of a squad car, a sheriff's deputy admits he fired guns irresponsibly into a residential neighborhood and a church, but he faces no criminal charges. Hello and good evening. I'm Steve Eager. The Somervell County Sheriff's deputy said he was drunk and angry over the ambush on Dallas police. He has been fired, but there are big questions about why he's not facing any criminal charges. Sean Rabb has the story you will see only on Fox 4. Sean.
So, Steve, one of the reasons he faces no charges is because the pastor of the church that was damaged didn't want to go through with charges. But the Ellis County District Attorney, where all of this played out, is furious tonight and feels 27-year-old William Cox was shown favoritism in how he was treated after his arrest.
Man, I'm sorry.
William Cox was the Somervell County Sheriff's deputy July 13th when he was crying and appeared drunk in the parking lot of an Ellis County church early in the morning. Ovilla officers responding to a 911 call for shots fired. This is Ovilla Police body cam. Cox tells the officer,
Because my boys are getting killed in Dallas.
the deputy referring to the ambush attack that killed 5 officers July 7th in Dallas.
The black folks started killing our boys in Dallas.
The Ovilla officer detains Cox, putting him in handcuffs until a sheriff's deputy arrived. Cox confessed he was upset at a Presbyterian church.
Yeah, there's 3 shots here.
Church's pastor, Vernon Sansom, can be heard on the Ellis County deputy's recording. There was damage in the sanctuary of the church, where some of Cox's relatives are longtime members. Cox charged with deadly conduct and taken to Ellis County Jail. The same day Cox was arrested, the pastor signed what's called an affidavit of non-prosecution. Cox was released from jail the next day, never having to post bail. This was Cox when he was taken into custody. And this is the jail bookend photo of William Cox we received in open records request. A photograph of a brick wall. No picture of Cox, who once worked as a jailer in Ellis County. Not like other cases involving law enforcement, according to the Ellis County DA.
Here's another former Ellis County Sheriff's Office, currently working in a different sheriff's department when he was booked into your jail. Here's the chief of the Maypearl Police Department who was arrested and booked into your jail. All of their damn pictures are on your system.
Law enforcement doesn't need a complainant in all cases to prosecute. Discretion leaves the final decision to the arresting agency.
This, in my mind, is a tremendous abuse of that discretion. And in today's climate, it's inexcusable.
And Wilson angry.
I cannot understand how these facts escape the narrative of favoritism.
We contacted Ellis County Sheriff Johnny Brown. We wanted to talk to him about the Cox case and the circumstances surrounding it. But he told us that his department was through with it, that he had no dog in the hunt, and that he would have no comment. The district attorney says his office will conduct its own investigation now.
The criticism that is being lobbed against law enforcement and the criminal justice system in general in our community, in our society today, the foundation of that criticism is what's illustrated in this case, and that is favoritism, that some people in the criminal justice system get treated differently. And how can I dispel that narrative when these facts completely support that?
Now, the Somervell County Sheriff's Department terminated Cox, who'd worked there since 2011 and was a model employee, immediately upon learning what happened. The chief deputy there telling me you can't get past shooting up. Still give him an opportunity to respond to the suggestion of favoritism, and he did not call us back.
And he's the guy who says they got no dog in the hunt, but he clearly does. They're the investigative agency. Sean, let me ask you a question. If they choose not to get involved, you have on tape this Officer Cox saying, I'm sorry, I fired off shots, essentially a confession. Can't an agency up the line, maybe DPS or the Attorney General, take this over and step in?
So as we mentioned, the district attorney says he and his office will launch their own investigation. He's sending his chief investigators out to the pastor of the church, to Cox, and to look at all of the evidence. That is the same stuff we've acquired through open records. They'll make their own findings, and it is still possible this case will go to an Ellis County grand jury for ultimate deciding whether William Cox, who you see there in the back seat of that squad car, will face charges on deadly conduct.
Cop arrested for racist shooting rampage at Texas church will not go to prison. A cop went on a drunken and racist rampage shooting up a Texas church. He was indicted, yet he will avoid prison altogether because of blue privilege. By Matt Agorist, November 6, 2017. Somervell County, TX. A 27-year-old deputy was arrested after he admitted to getting drunk and unloading pistols into a Presbyterian church. Instead of being sent to prison for dangerously discharging a firearm in public and putting the lives of innocent people in danger, Somervell County Sheriff's Deputy, William Cox, will remain a free man. As the country reels from the horrifying shooting in Sutherland Springs and searches for answers as to why anyone would commit such a brutal mass murder, this former Texas cop proves he is above the law. Last week, Cox was given a sweet plea deal by prosecutors. In exchange for him pleading guilty to the charge of deadly conduct, he was sentenced to 5 years in prison, all of which was suspended. He was simply put on community supervision and given probation. For shooting up a church, he was also fined $1,500 and will have to report to the jail on weekends for 10 days. Advertisement. The incident began on July 13 when officers responded to a 9-1-1 call about a maniac shooting up a church. When police arrived, they found Cox drunk in the parking lot, who immediately admitted to the crime. Cox is seen on an officer's body cam saying he fired the shots cause my boys are getting killed in Dallas, and said, "The black coon started killing my boys." Cox attempted to justify his actions by claiming he needed to relieve some stress. His stress relief was to go into a residential neighborhood and endanger the lives of everyone near him by firing off guns in a church parking lot. Read more. Courtroom erupts in outrage as off-duty cop who shot and killed unarmed woman is acquitted. According to Fox 4, Cox was charged with deadly conduct and taken to the Ellis County Jail. But on the same day he was arrested, the pastor signed an affidavit of non-prosecution. The pastor said he didn't want charges filed because it's all about forgiveness. Not only was he not charged, he was also not photographed for his mugshot. This special treatment had the Ellis County District Attorney furious. Even though the pastor didn't file charges, Cox was still guilty of multiple crimes. However, because Cox wears a badge, the department used their discretion and he was released. This, in my mind, is a tremendous abuse of that discretion, Patrick Wilson, the Ellis County District Attorney said. In today's climate, it's inexcusable. I cannot understand how these facts escape the narrative of favoritism. With criticism that is being launched at law enforcement in our community today, the foundation of that criticism is what's illustrated in this case. And that is favoritism, said Wilson. Some people in the criminal justice system get treated differently. How can I dispel that narrative when these facts completely support that? What Wilson is referring to is a common practice among those in power. In the United States, there are two forms of justice, one for those who are in power and one for everyone else. For several months, Cox thought he'd gotten away with it. However, only because of the DA who refused to allow him to escape accountability for his crimes pursued the case, he was finally indicted last August. Had a person who did not wear a badge been caught shooting up a church, he would undoubtedly be sitting in jail right now and could have even been killed. Read more. Disgraceful cop who murdered innocent Philando Castile is back on the job. As police apologists across the country fumble to make bogus excuses about why people are angry with law enforcement, this case provides a glaring example. Police officers are almost never held accountable. Cops in America can kill innocent people while on duty and not face a single charge and keep their jobs. Even when they are off duty and commit crimes that endanger the lives of innocent people, as this case illustrates, they are still not held accountable. Until this double standard of blue privilege is eliminated, the divide will continue to grow.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and I found that I had to make a change this ending on my videos, letting you know about the channel, and fair use laws, you know, how we can report on other people's reporting and how it's good, how it's bad, etc. But you guys can look it up yourself. It is legal. It's in there. But like I've told you before, that I've been cut off from making money on YouTube for 4 years. It's really weird, bizarre, but they cut the money off, but they said you can keep the channel, and now YouTube makes all the money. And if you get bored, plug it into Social Blade website, and you'll see that they are making a huge amount off the site. Right now it's at 63 million views, 53,000 subscribers, almost 3 million views a month. You know, trying to wake people up, and I make nothing. In fact, I got a customer that's ex-congressman. He said if I could ever find a lawyer, sue YouTube on it. But because this is nuts. 4 hours a day, and to save America. You know, but at the same time, it's worth it. Look at what our founding fathers did. They died for this country. So, but getting back to the money part, this is why I'm redoing the video. Is my dream of everyone giving $1, and it's going to be $53,000 a year, or if they did Patreon, which you know, can be monthly. That is not working. That'd be great if it did. Nothing is perfect. And I appreciate the people that do donate, you know, what they can on PayPal. And there again, I'm letting you guys know that is not much. It is, you know, monthly is, oh my god. So anyways, yes, you cannot live on it. It's very, very, very low amount. But the dollar things, I do appreciate that. But when I first said everybody give $1, that's not working. I'm just letting you guys know it's, yeah, that dream. Everybody gives $1. 53,000 subscribers, it's not working. So yes, if you can give more than that, you know, I appreciate it. Like I said, you know, I'm in a unique situation where, you know what, we're already debt free, and I'm not rich, but with the little business that we have, I am able to do what I am able to do 45 hours a day, you know, letting you guys know what's going on. In 4 years, I've did the whole thing myself. 12,000 videos on there. I literally get emails where people are like, holy crap, I never knew it was this bad. And it is this bad, and it's getting worse every day because we have the internet, we have cell phones, we have cameras everywhere now, and it's just disgusting what's going on. And then, as you guys know too, we got Trump, we got Jeff Sessions doing a war on drugs, and now he wants to go after the forfeiture laws again. It's just unfreaking real. So if you can give more than that dream of everybody giving $1, yeah, that old video, that's not working. They're not, they're just not. So anyways, if you can give more than that dream is not working. Hardly anybody is giving. There you go. So that's why I'm remaking the video. If you can give more than that, that would be great. And there again, like I said, the Patreon's there. There is some people on there that are starting to give, but there again, it's very, very low. And like I said, I don't want to get rich off of that. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing because, you know, it's still so stinking corrupt. It's not even funny. My court case that I'm going to be paying out of my pocket myself with Charlotte County's coming up. They illegally looked me up and then posted all my information on LEOAFFAIRS website. They basically doxed me, however you want to say that. I forget what the word is, and they outed me, man. And that information on that site went out to 500 sheriffs, deputies, people that work at the jail, etc., etc., etc. So, yeah, it is very, very scary, but we're going to do a federal case, 1983 case, violating freedom of speech. We have 17 cameras in the house now. We got 2 cameras in the car. I always carry a camera plus a cell phone. A lot of people are highly recommending I get a vest now. If I could, if the wife would let me, I would run for sheriff. We are trying to push the thing nationwide right now, where just to mix it up and to get the topics out there is register to run for sheriff, NPA, no party affiliation, as a write-in, and that is completely free, and you can participate in the elections. And there's a lot of stuff. We got a guy, James McLinnis in Pinellas County, Tampa, who almost won. He experienced the corruption himself. The story is unbelievable. Look him up. It's mind-blowing what they did. It pissed him off. He is very, very smart. He has way more money than I did. He ran for sheriff at the last 3 months last year in 2016 and almost won. He got all of the black vote. And the reason why he did that is because he ran in, I will not bust, we're in Florida, I will not bust anybody for weed anymore unless it's an ungodly huge amount, like pounds. And then he also ran in, no more victimless crimes, no more of this freaking road pirate bull crap. And then he was going to cut the budget by 30%. And when you think about that, you can. If you stop the road pirates, you can get rid of a bunch of people. Gone. So, the wife has been saying, yes, I can, yes, I can't. So I don't know. We're trying to find somebody that can do it because I am busy doing this anyways. But, so I'm making a video, like I said, that $1 a month from everybody, you know, for 53,000 subscribers, that is not working. I'm just letting you guys know. Absolutely give way more than $1 a month. If you can, I appreciate anything. By the way, remember, too, when you give that, PayPal takes like freaking 15 to 20%, so it's even worse than that. But, and there again, like I'm letting you guys know, it's way, what I get is very, very low. Appreciate it. But it is very, very low. Can't live on it. I'm just, you know, I'm working, and that's what I'm working on. And that court case is going to cost a buttload of money. That's federal court. Just the filing fees and the depositions that we're going to be doing with this corrupt cop. So there's another reason to give. We are going to be doing a deposition with this very corrupt. He was in a drug squad. He is a bad guy. He's on steroids. We heard steroids are rampant here. That's why their attitude is so bad. And we are going to get him on video, and it will be on YouTube. So that case alone is $5,000 just to bring it to court, and that's my money out of my pocket. So there's another reason to give, and give way more than $1 if you can. So keep that in mind. This is the new video, and I see, God, I talk a lot. It's already 7 minutes, but had to make it just to let you know that $1 a month from everybody is not working. They're not doing it. So if you can give more than that, please. So thanks. Keep it up. Share, like, subscribe, tell your friends, send me your videos on corruption, and I'll post it.